Hello from the Bureau of Meteorology. It is Tuesday the 9th of January. This is a severe weather update. We're touching on a couple of things as well. The flooding situation across Victoria and the risk of more severe thunderstorms for some eastern and northern areas. Firstly, we'll look at satellite imagery, really focusing in on the southeastern part of the country just to show how much clearer it is now. We have been swamped with cloud and heavy rain across the southeast for the past couple of days, but now it is brighter, sunnier, and most importantly, drier across much of the state. Still some low cloud and a couple of weak showers for Gippsland, but in general, the rest of the state is looking fairly fine. Even though the rain has cleared, flood impacts are ongoing around Victoria. This is a snapshot of the current flood warnings and flood watches we have in place for the state. The coloured ones, green, orange and red, those are the flood warnings, with the broader area in blue being flood watches, and rivers in the blue area may still see rises. In regards to the flood warnings, I wanted to highlight this one here, a major flood warning in place for the Campaspe River still on Tuesday, looking to reach its peak flood level today before hopefully starting to drop away in the coming couple of days. We also have moderate flooding through parts of the Goulburn and Latrobe rivers in central and eastern parts. In terms of timing, most of these places will reach their peak flood levels today or possibly early on Wednesday before the water starts to recede and those flood warnings start to drop away, although some places it may last several days before we see the cancellation of these flood warnings. Moving on to eastern parts of the country now, not quite so clear and sunny for this region. In fact, it's another day where we're likely to see development of thunderstorms and the possibility of severe storms which bring heavy rain and the potential for flash flooding. We're already starting to get some thunderstorm development on the map here around northern New South Wales, southeast Queensland, as well as up here around the Queensland and NT border. But as we push through Tuesday, particularly into the afternoon when we start to get those warmest hours of the day driven by heat from the sun, we expect the shower and thunderstorm activity to get a lot more widespread across eastern parts of Australia. Once again, we see this broad thunderstorm risk stretch all the way from northern New South Wales right up and across central parts of Queensland. Similar to yesterday, there are likely to be pockets of heavy rain and possible flooding through here. I'll try and trace out the area which is likely to see the most significant rain and thunderstorm risk. It goes from the top of New South Wales here, north of Sydney, right up towards the Queensland border. In this region, we can see heavy rain, damaging winds and large hail. Across southern and central parts of Queensland, all the way down here towards the southeast, maybe just inland of Brisbane, it is heavy rain, which remains the main issue as we track the thunderstorms through Tuesday afternoon. We'll note that the thunderstorm risk goes right up to the top here, and in fact, all of northern Australia is getting really active at the moment. There's a broad risk of thunderstorms going all the way from northern WA across the top end of the Northern Territory and even a chance up here around the Cape York Peninsula. The weather across northern Australia is getting very active at the moment. We could see the onset of the monsoon later this week, and in the 7-day outlook there is a moderate risk of tropical cyclone development likely early next week. That's one to keep in the back of the mind. We're not going into too much detail here, still 6 or 7 days away, but something to be aware of. Possible tropical cyclone development across northern Australia next week. So there is plenty happening around the country. Flooding, rain and possible TCs. Stay up to date with the latest at the Bureau website or through our app. And that's it from me for now.